If you needed proof that being delusional literally works, I am here to tell you, being delusional literally works. Because I just landed my dream job with literally no prior experience. Please just hear me out, you guys. 2 months ago, I was working at a job where I was overworked, underpaid, I was stressed, I was exhausted, and I was severely unhappy. And up until the point where I decided to start being delusional, I had always been very realistic. Like I would always set my goals and set my expectations for my achievements based on what I thought was practical from my current circumstances. As it turns out, being realistic is actually a scam because all it does is it puts a ceiling or a cap to how successful you can actually be. Now, this next part is going to sound a little bit insane if you don't understand quantum physics or the law of attraction, but please just hear me out. The quantum field or the universe is unlimited. There is infinite potential in the universe for you to get whatever you want. Your reality is based on the limitations you have set forth in your mind. And those limitations develop when we start trying to use the past to predict the future. So what feels realistic based on what we've already accomplished is what we will continue to feel as realistic moving forward. And if you've been following me for a while, you know I always say this, time isn't real. Everything is actually happening simultaneously all at once. But if you're always using your past experiences to try and predict how successful you're going to be in the future and your future achievements, that threshold is always going to be there. You're always going to be limited to how much success you've had in the past, as opposed to just creating new levels of success using your imagination. And as we know, your thoughts create your reality. So if you start using your imagination to conjure up new levels of dreams and new levels of success, that's how you're actually going to break out of that mold that you put yourself in based on what you think is realistic from your past. Start being delusional. Start believing that you are capable of experiencing grand success outside of what you've experienced before. Because if you're able to imagine it, it exists in the quantum field. You just have to align yourself energetically with that desire or with that desired state, and then you can experience it. And how are you going to align with something that you don't even think is possible? You have to completely break out of the reality you thought was possible and realize that there is infinite potential. You can actually have anything you want. It doesn't matter where you're at right now or what you've achieved before. Those things are completely unrelated. You can dream up whatever you want in your reality if you are simply persistent and aligning yourself energetically with it. Forget everything you think you know about what's practical. You are meant to come here and experience all of your desires. They're your desires for a reason. If you want it, it literally means you're supposed to have it. Like you're meant to experience that thing. You just have to stop blocking yourself off from it with these realistic expectations. If you want something, you have to know that it's possible, you have to expect that it's already on its way, and you have to take inspired action towards it. And don't concern yourself with how it's going to happen. Those details are not for you to work out. Just trust the process and everything else will fall right into place.